But I will say this. I don't know, Councilman. I'm in a phase right now where I'm more interested in seeking the gems that you have versus having my own mindset and letting that be the determining factor for how I see things, right? Because you've seen some stuff that I have never seen before, even to the point where now that we having this conversation, my impression is that you're a lot wiser and smarter than people even. I think that people underestimate you.
How old are you?
41.
Okay. I remember 41. I was 42. And she was 28 when them locks got changed. So you keep living, you gonna be wiser than me. Yeah, I can already tell you on the path to be wiser than me. But I do
All of your milestone moments in your mind is aligned with the times that you wind up getting put out.
I do understand though the Lord blessed me with a brain.
Yeah.
All through my academic career, from fourth grade to third grade to junior high to high school through college, I got good grades. So when you test along those lines, yeah, I can tell you the Lord blessed me with a brain. And so if the Lord bless you with a brain and then your parents got you into that, I'm going to say helped give you some of that moral education. Because no matter what church or what religion, maybe it do matter, but that's going to teach you your moral compass.
Yeah.
And I just believe parents got a job to do when you're young to get that seed in you. When I was young, I was scared to have sex out of wedlock. I was scared to tell a lie. I don't want to hurt nobody.
Yeah.
Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you.
Correct.
It was just that moral compass. So when you mix that with the academic brain, I think I'm a good human being.
I think so too.
But I wish others was like that. And I think we lost a generation because moms, and dads, they used to make sure we went into them institutions to get that moral compass.
The church.
Yeah, that's the institution that give you, I think, that moral.
I was raised in a church.
Was you?
Absolutely. We went to church every Sunday, every Wednesday. But it wasn't just church. It wasn't just going to church. We lived it because we had to pray at 8 o'clock, round the clock. We did fasts. We had to do stays. I don't know if y'all know anything. Well, I'm sure you know about it, but we had stays where certain things we would stay in the house and pray for and all of that other type of stuff, right? And it wasn't just okay, you go to church and then you go home. It was we go to church and then we meeting at such and such's house afterwards, and it was a lifestyle. And so all of those lessons that was input into me since I was younger, that stuff stays with you, right? It never leaves you. And so similar to what you was just saying, and that you was afraid to do certain things, I was never ever going to ever bring a kid home. I was never gonna get nobody pregnant and bring a kid home. I was never gonna get. It was a limit, right? When I would see certain guys do certain stuff, and when I went to high school, the drugs was there or whatever, it was prevalent. I went to Cass Tech right up the street, and when they would leave and go do certain things, you did your little stuff. You skipped school here and there, but it was just a certain limit. I was like, nah, I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get involved in that certain thing.
Same way with me. I was kind of square because I would cut myself off and certain things I wouldn't do and say. But I tell you what, it was certain folks who didn't do that.
Yeah.
And I would sure like to walk home with them. Because when you with them, but nobody gonna mess with you.
Yeah, that's true. No, you're right.
Wasn't nobody gonna mess with you. I can remember our crew. I'm getting good grades, but when it's time to leave, I'm walking home with a certain crowd.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it was certain other folks that act the fool.
Do you think he was born in the best era? Considering that it's almost like overstimulation today. You know, it's almost like you have everything at your fingertips. You don't even have to go to the grocery store no more if you don't want to. Do you think that your era or the time in which you've been able to experience life is probably the most ideal compared to the people that came before you and now the generation and the ways that things are today?
I think the best is yet to come.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I really think the best is yet to come. I'm sitting down there 2 days ago. I'm in the Atlanta airport.
Mm,
And every 3 to 5 minutes, I'm seeing planes coming in
mm,
and out. And when you heard me talk earlier about drones taking up and sitting down out your driveway and individual cars like the Jetsons, and I look out the window here at downtown Detroit. Now, I think the best is yet to come. I think what we're looking at now gonna be looking old fashioned,
mm.
just like you look back
Yeah.
at buildings and how people dress. So no, I wouldn't mind getting another 65 or 70 years. I
Mm.
think the best is yet to come. Technology wise, standard of living wise, I think certain diseases going to be tackled. But what I'm concerned about, and maybe I don't have to, maybe the majority of the people will still get it, is that moral compass.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I
will
think you're
they
right.
keep that moral compass?
I don't think
What
there is
will
one
that
anymore.
institution of churches look like?
I don't think that there is one anymore though.
You
That's the problem, right? And that is as advanced as we're becoming, and we got the technology, and I ain't been to a gas station in 2 years just based off of the cars that we got and stuff like that, right?
electric cars and stuff.
Yeah.
But now I don't know. Maybe they gonna have something like the instant church. Remember, I ain't saying I could say churches, synagogues, mosques.
Mm.
But what is that institution going to look like? How is that going to get into you when you're young and grow up with it? Maybe they're going to put it in a video game.
Seem
I
like
don't
church has
know.
changed though, Mr. Mays. Cause like I'll give you an example. This is my opinion. You don't have to speak to this in particular. But I go and I drive down the street and I see a bunch of rainbow flags in front of the church, right? And for me, with the understanding that I have, and I've read the Bible back and forth, studied it, 7 times, and I'm a student of I still do it every single day today, and I pray fervently, and I put that inside of my family. That a rainbow, was a covenant between man and God that He would never flood the earth again, right? And now it's perverted and it's changed into something that is used to really mess up what the church was supposed to be, right? The church was largely the last thing that was supposed to be untouched, and that was the place that you can go to, that you knew when you was doing wrong that you can seek out some insight from somebody that was going to hold you accountable, and you respected them because you knew that even if they said something to you and they said it harsh, you knew that they were saying it out of love. Now it's almost like everybody is trying to pacify you in order to try to just get you in the building instead of telling you the truth, and it just seems like it's all perverted because now it's infected our schools, it's affected, our parenting, and guys can go in women's bathrooms, and now you got men and women's sports, and I don't. That's the thing that I'm saying that worries me as far as the moral compass going forward in life.